It says I'm live. Okay, there we go. I'm live. Uh, there we go. Move that over there. Perfect. Man, if it could have gone wrong over the last 2 days, it could go wrong. So I decided to just kind of hole up a little bit because there was nothing going right for me. Hope everybody's doing well today. Hopefully this is live. I don't know. Wait a minute, I gotta put my glasses back on. Or at least you can hear me. Let's see. That'd be something different. Let's see. Looks like the microphone's working. Okay, so there we go. Yeah, so just let me know if you can hear me. I'd appreciate it. I mean, I couldn't get out of my own way. Anything I touched just turned to shite over the last couple days. So yesterday afternoon, I just was like, okay. There are just times that you just kind of throw in the towel, give up a bit, and just come in here and tape. And that's all I did. I taped from like 1 o'clock to like almost 7 o'clock last night. Taping, uploading videos. I think I've got enough videos to last all the way to August something or another. And I'm going to have to fit some in because I've got stuff coming in that I have to review for some people. But I just started making videos. Playthroughs, all kinds of stuff. I mean, I just kept busy. I dug out something that I haven't seen in quite some time. Oh God. And I gotta just relearn it, but it's one that I kind of want to put out there. It's an old game. It's one of the 2015. Jeez, it's 10 years old. They were supposed to come out with another one. They were supposed to do redo it, and never did. But it's a fun game. The only thing that sucks about this game is the towers. They were paper, and there was no place to store them. So I just got rid of them, and I just, I'll draw out some fake castles or something like that. But I got all there were like little extra players and extra villains. It just it's one of those games that is under the radar, but it was the right idea. It just needed a little bit more, and it's a good game. I've kept it. You've seen how many games I've gotten rid of. So I did a lot of cleaning, organizing. I found all my Lord of the Ring card game stuff. I don't even think some of it's relevant, to be honest with you. But I've got that all together, which is good. I'm going to put that in one space. I'm just looking at it right now going, yeah, got to move that. It's always something. But yeah, I got my other computer out here, and I just taped until I couldn't see. I was just pulling things off and going, oh, let's take a look at that. I haven't looked at that in a while. Okay. Did a playthrough, played a few games, just by myself. I was out here for about 6-7 hours. I had just, at that point, given up. I was just, nope, not doing this today. Nothing went right. No matter what came out of my mouth, no matter what I thought, I could not get out of my own way. It was, one of those days. And we all have them, Into each one's life, a little rain must fall. But, I made the best of it. I got through it. Just when I was done, went into the room, turned on the TV, and eventually just fell asleep. Sometimes you just gotta, yeah, call it as it is. And see, it looks like it's going to continue today. All right, because I'm trying to get this stupid thing adjusted. There we go. Microphone. Sorry for a loud bang. Hopefully you guys can hear me and I'm not talking to myself, but it wouldn't be the first time. Oh, freaking! I went and started I went to the bin store, and you're going to see a video about bin store crap this week. And I found all kinds of different games, and I got them for like $1. But I had gotten one of those little emulators, and I said, "Oh, cool." And I go, "Oh, well, this is really nice." I go, it's one of those ones that, it's supposed to have 30,000 games on it, and it's a little handheld, looks like a Game Boy. So I said, what's the problem with it? So I look, and all that was missing was the SD card. So somebody took the SD card with all the games and all the programs and just basically swiped that and then returned it to Amazon. So I went on Amazon. It was $60. I went, oh, okay, it might be worth it to bring it in. I can use this, check this one to make sure it's good. And then, keep the other one as a backup, which would be kind of cool. So I ordered one from Amazon. It was coming the next day. I went, next day. Beautiful. Fantastic. This is great. I turn on the power. Why is it telling me to restart? Not now. No. There we go. So I turn on, I turn the thing, the thing comes in the next day at a reasonable time. Open it up, plug it in, charge it up a little bit, turn it on. Splash screen comes on. It dies. I mean, nothing, blank screen. Take out the SIM card, put it into the other one. Does the same thing on that one, so I know this one works. I go, it's the SIM card, no big deal. Do a return to Amazon. You print out the label. Then I run down the next day and I bring it back and I tell them all I want is a replacement. Okay. Drop that one off. They see it. Amazon's great. They go, okay, we see that. We'll get your replacement out. It'll be here tomorrow. Well, okay. All right. Cool. Next day comes. Here's my thing. I let the box sit for about an hour because I had some other things to do. Open it up. Take the thing out. Plug it in. Charge it for a little bit. Click it on. Does almost the same thing. Almost the same thing. Oh, it's son of a bitch. So I returned it to Amazon, only this time I wanted my money back. Sure enough, I said, I got one of these little emulators. I go, I wonder if I have a spare card. Maybe I can just load some stuff on it. And I go under the bed and I pull out the thing. And sure enough, I'm looking, and there's one exactly like the one I have. I said, oh, I already had this one. So I take the little SD card out, put it into the thing, turn it on, works fine. Without a problem. So my luck has been so bad, I just got 2 bad things in a row. I mean, that's the kind of week it's been. So I just said, okay, Hey, Von Deke, how are you? Hear you loud and clear, Rob. See you, too. Oh, that's a good thing. Well, maybe not. So it's just been one thing after another. I mean, nothing is going right this week. Hopefully, this week will go well. It was so bad, I got up this morning, I had some work that I put off till Monday for my day job. my normal job, I just said, you know what, might as well get up and just do some work. Did some work, got it done this morning. I said, okay, let me come out here. Took the dogs for a walk, and then that was it. I had enough. I came out here and decided to tell you my fate, how much my day has sucked. Okay, there we go. Now that's working. I hate when that thing does that. It's weird. But this is an old laptop. You know, I don't stream that much. As I was going through my videos, and I couldn't believe I almost streamed like every other day. You know, when we were at the other house, and because the internet sucks so bad here, but things are getting better. We're on the up and up, and you know, I'm hoping that, you know, I should be able to start to do a few things out here now that I've got this place organized. I mean, you know, even yesterday I was working on organizing things and finding things and putting things in their place and keeping things. And I found 4 sets of guys, because I was going through my Warhammer stuff and my Warhammer Quest stuff, and I said, oh, here's those Hero Quest guys I was looking for. So I think I'm gonna do a little Hero Quest, maybe tape some of that. I think that'll be fun, because I want to see how it works with the app a little bit more. I may not even paint the things, for God's sakes, but who knows with me? You never know. You know? So I'm going to figure that out. I've got a whole section just full of Hero Quest, and I'm looking right at it. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it out either today or tomorrow and kind of just start working my way through it. Throw it on some tape. I've got a bunch of stuff coming in this week that I've got to tape. Some new stuff, some really, really great games that are coming out for Gen Con that, you know, people that are still loyal to the channel are going to be sending. And then some really affordable games. I found this site and I was just fascinated with some of the things, and I wrote the guy. I go, hey, I mean, these are really affordable. And he says, hey, Rob, I'm a big fan. I go, really? You're the other person? And he said, oh, let me send you some stuff. I'd love for you to take a look at it. And you know, you can either print and play it for $5, or you can get the box set for like $20. But the games look really, really good. And I was like, okay, you know, this is the kind of stuff people want to see. And so I'll be doing that. Tomorrow you'll be seeing. I've been doing a little bit of sports stuff. And I wrote 2 companies. One company, the biggest company of them all, Stratomatic, they were so nice. They sent me a copy of hockey. Where is it? Oh, it's right here, Stratomatic Hockey. And I was messing with that, and I taped that. And oh my God, it's so much fun. It's so much fun. So you're going to see a video on that. And then I really love APBA Golf. So I wrote them and I said, hey, you know, is there any way I can, you know, I've done some videos on it. Can I get, you know, is there any way you can send me a review copy of football and baseball? And they were very nice. They wrote back and they said, no. They go, we do not do review copies. We have been burned. And I went, I get it. I understand. And I wrote back to him. I go, but you know something? I'm going to order some stuff anyways. I'm going to bring it in. I'm going to showcase it here on the channel for you. And, you know, I feel bad that you were burned by people, because some of these channels, these Mickey Mouse idiot sports channels, okay, these guys, they're the funniest thing too. Because you'll see these idiots, okay? They go to do a game for you, and They are dressed like they are going to go out onto the field. And I'm like, none of you look like you are athletes. None of you look like you leave your basement. Because, sometimes I get some rules screwed up and I just want to check. And I'll watch some videos and I go, if I ever do any of these games, I wear my Seahawk hat or I got a Seahawk t-shirt. But you never see me come out in my full Seahawk jersey, hat and everything, making it look like when I'm going to play this game, I'm going to be one of the players. Or when they do hockey, which is great. They got their sweater on, they and I sit there and I just shake my head and I go, all right, whatever. And so I brought that stuff in and I said, something, I'm gonna be the good guy, and I'm gonna check out their stuff, and I'll make some videos for them, and I'll explain to them, that, maybe it'll help make up for the guy that burned them. I can't stand when people do that kind of stuff. And then I wrote this guy. This guy compared. He was a big baseball classics is what it was, and the game was like ridiculously priced. So I wrote him as hey, I'd like to check this out on my channel. Do you do review copies? If you do, great. I would love for you to, send one. I would love to check it out and, show the people of the channel. I think they would be interested in this. And you heard crickets. And crickets. And crickets. I went, okay. I never mind. You write these companies and, some of them are big companies, so you understand why they don't get back to you. The smaller companies, all you got to do is just go, sorry, we've sent out all the review copies that we could. I've had that more times than you can imagine, especially since the channel was in that flux for a couple of years where it was going nowhere and we just kind of fell behind, a lot of these other infomercials. And I'm okay with everything. I finally come to, not terms. I mean, that makes it seem like I had a real problem. I just realized that, there's only so much I can do at this age. And I'm not that relevant at this age. Older guys doing this, it doesn't make sense. Now, like I said 1,000 times, you wheel out your girlfriend, your wife, you're guaranteed 20, 30,000, subscribers. And, they don't even have to really be interested in board games. It's just a thing. Or, you don't even have to have talent as much as you have to just be able to, kiss the right ass. And, after seeing some of that, I kind of just went, okay, you know what? I'm just going to separate myself from this whole thing and just do my own thing. And that's what I've been doing. And I've been having a pretty good time of it. Are there great people in this business? Of course. I always keep talking about Ricky Royal and so many others that have been friends, my friends, great companies like Jamie Stegmeyer. Oh my God. I wrote him because I missed out on that Vantage thing. He goes, Rob, you're not signed up to, receive review copies. I go, oh. He goes, fill out this form. Okay, so you had to fill out this form and send it to him. And he goes, I'm going to get that Vantage out right to you. I go, oh, thank you. Because I really want to check it out. And he's such a great guy. I love that guy. And he's so smart. When you open up a game from Stegmeyer Games, it's really amazing. Because everything has its place. Everything, there's just this sense of perfection. And I really just, I just can't say enough about that stuff or him, because he's one of those guys I was hoping to maybe one day go to a convention and meet, but due to my health, I can't do it. Let's see. Somebody wrote something. Getting lazy in my old age. Picked up Onus pack and Onus Tradus. The miniature game without miniatures. No painting needed. Okay, now you've got my curiosity. I'm going to go find out what this is. I'm going to go find out what this is because I have no idea what the hell you're talking about, but I'm going to go check it out. Yeah, you know something, that's a real big thing with me. I just don't. First of all, my when my hand went, it was difficult, and I have not been able to paint. It's actually painful. You know, I can punch and strike and things like that, but you ask me to do something intricate, my hand just shakes too much, you know, and then it feels like there's a water balloon in here, you know. Based on the old battleground system. Ooh, all right, I'll check it out, Von Dijk. And you know, there's some things I do want to paint, and I keep on going. You know, I really need to do, get to this, and I just don't feel like it. I'm just getting lazy. I mean, plain and simple. I mean, that's the best way to put it. You just don't feel like doing it. And how much time have I spent? Oh, 21 minutes. And you know, I've been kind of doing the things I want to do, things that I want. People have asked me, hey, do you want to review this? Do you want to review that? And I've been turning more things down. Not to be a jerk, but I just, you know, you just get to the point where you want to be able to do it your own way, you know. When you're under pressure for something, it's in your head and you're trying to make sure that you do it right. And, you know, I do put a lot on myself when I do this stuff sometimes. And so I gotta check my thing. Okay. Oh, I didn't tell you this story. That's right. I didn't do a thing last week. So now I have this glucometer, and I have this thing on the back of my arm. Is it on the back of this arm? No. Yeah, there it is, right? So my daughter-in-law sticks it on there. And the lady, my new doctor, who has been glorious. I mean, she's really starting to figure some things out, so my quality of life could be a little bit better. She goes, why are you sticking yourself all the time? Why don't you just put the meter in there and you just change it every 14 days? Oh, okay. So I said, is it a needle? I go, I'll knock it off. I go, you know, I weightlift all the time. I'm always doing something active. You know, I play racquetball. I play this. I play that. You know, this thing ain't going to stick on. She goes, if my husband can do it, you can do it. I go, all right, okay. So we get the kit from the pharmacy because she puts in a prescription. And my daughter and my wife are there. And they go, okay, we're going to do this. I go, nah, let's wait. You know, because I'm used to sticking my finger. I'd rather do that. And they pull out this big thing with this thing. And they go, yeah, so we got to put this in the back of your arm. I go, is it a needle in there? They go, yeah. I go, no, I'm good. You know, they go, no, just sit here, you big coward. And it's not, you know, so I cover my eyes and all of a sudden here, ka-dink. I go, when are you going to do it? It's done. Oh, that was easy. Oh, yeah, no problem. I told you. Yeah, let's just get this done. But I've been able to monitor my sugar. So I'm getting used to the thing and so forth and so on. Go to the gym, have it in my pocket to keep an eye on things because I've noticed certain patterns. So go to the gym, have it in my pocket. I go, you know what? I'm going to swim, you know, a bunch of laps. I go into the pool, start swimming, and I feel something in my pocket. And all of a sudden, it's this thing. And I realize, oh shit, And sure enough, it's deader than a doornail. It is not waterproof. I went, oh, for crying out loud. So I called the company, and they were very, very, very nice. And they go, oh, yeah. You only had a couple of days? Yeah, I go. They go, yeah, we'll send you a replacement and we'll send you a new sensor. Okay, cool. So now I got to go through the sensor thing. Now I'm not as nervous. Bank, she puts a new sensor on. New thing comes in, calibrates, boom. I'm going. I have it on for about 5 days. And all of a sudden I'm just sitting there, and all of a sudden this thing starts beeping. Beep, 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 beep. Now it beeps when my sugar goes too high, and it beeps when my sugar goes too low. At night, in the middle of the night, my sugar's been going really, really low. And the doctors prescribed that I take a needle in the morning, and that's it. Okay? And I can have this other stuff for maintenance, but, everything is based off of this long-lasting insulin that I take. I take 1 shot in the morning, that's it, because I was giving myself close to 4 shots a day. So everything's been running good. If it goes high, I keep an eye on it, but it eventually just goes right back down. But in the middle of the night, 3 o'clock in the morning, beep, 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 beep. I'm going, what the hell's that? And sure enough, it's my thing, and my sugar's like 50. So I got to get up and put something in my mouth because my sugar's so low. And just was not a. It's just been some getting used to, and I'm getting there. But I walk around with this thing all day and just make sure I have it in my pocket. And it monitors everything. Matter of fact, I got a doctor's appointment next Thursday to follow up 1 month after this whole debacle. Excuse me. But I'm actually doing better, so that's a positive. But getting back to the whole painting thing. I'm looking at a whole bunch of Battletech that I want to paint up because I want to start doing some of the Battletech stuff and kind of get ready for if Robbie ever matures enough to play out here. I think he would like playing with robots. Problem is he would pick it up and look and, oh, this one's cool, and start smashing them into each other. And I've got the old metal ones, but I've got all the new plastic ones, and mechs are easy. They're fun. But I just look at my paints and I go, nah. And thank God I've got so much stuff painted already. I mean, I was going through my skeletons and my vampires for the Warhammer Quest here. And I went, okay, let's get everything all nice and neat. And got that all, settled as I wanted to. So I was pretty happy about that. Just, a lot of things that I've got to kind of figure out and get in the right position. That's for doggone sure. Yeah. And I also started going through yesterday Burning Banners, Rage of the Witch Queen. Boy, Compass is coming up strong. They've come out with 2 games that I just went, yeah, okay. Stellar Horizons 2, because I really like the original Stellar Horizons. And then the second one looks fantastic. And then this Burning Banners, which is a monster. And I'm like, okay. And, I've really trimmed down my war game collection to a degree. But I mean, there's just a lot of stuff that I really like that's on there that really hits home. I tried to keep things that I tried to keep a couple of each theater, if that makes any sense. And I was able to do that, and it's working out pretty well. I think I've got one more thing to do here. I'm going to talk to my wife about it. I'm thinking of making this table even just a bit smaller, because it's even big here, and then taking these two racks and just putting them down and being able to just pile a little bit more and start clearing out that storage unit. Oh, that I don't even want to think about, but that's my next thing. And then just have everything here. And the way things are, they look a lot better. And oh, hey, what's up? I left you in there, so you're upset? Somebody opened the door and let Gabs out. So, hey, Gab. So, that's that. Oh, hold on. Let me see here. Oh, looks like somebody's off and about. Alright, whatever. Whatever. It's been one of those days, I'll tell you that much. What are we doing here? Orange Grove. Okay. Where'd Amanda go? Makes no sense. Have these stupid tracking device things. It doesn't even make sense. No. Okay, that's what I thought. Okay. Whatever. G.I. Rob. Beat my Tomb Raider score yet? No, I have not put on my headset in a while. It's been really, really, really busy. I've just been swamped with things. I have not had a bit of time to do anything. Matter of fact, I missed doing this last week. And, just one of those things. Trying to find out where the queen's going. Yeah, there she goes. Alright. She didn't say anything, so I guess she's leaving for today. Oh, alright. Yeah, we're not talking right now. Which makes things even worse. But it is what it is. Everybody has arguments. So, you just deal with it. Yeah, so 32 minutes, not bad. Alright. So, hopefully I've got a few things else to do today. Maybe I just might be able to take it easy today, but I've just got some things I've got to take care of and do and stuff. And we'll get it all done, like I always do. And that'll be it. Good old Gabby. I took them for baths yesterday. What a nightmare. What a freaking nightmare. First of all, I cannot trim my dog's nails. Right, girl? And I do a really bad job at it. So I took them and they got their nails trimmed. And then I went and I asked if they had a thing where I can do the self baths there. And they said, nah, we're going to be changing and doing a few other things. And then I finally, I went down to this other place and they got the big, huge tubs. So I put one on a hook and then I get one in and I try to get them done. And then, of course, they're big 100-pound shepherds and they're going to fight you every bit of the way. That's exactly what they do. So I got that done. And then I went and I did the other one and got them done. Then I went for a hot dog. And then, of course, I came here and it was just a disaster to begin with. But puppy. But they're all nice and clean and shiny. But they had a nice day. I took them for a walk and everything like that and stuff like that. So they had fun, and I guess that's all that matters, is that they have fun. My silly girls. But she doesn't. I must have left her in there, and she was laying down. So I thought, well, maybe she just is gonna chill out for the day. Whatever. Pretty girl. Huh. She is a beauty. Yeah, so that's about that. I think I hit everything. 4th of July weekend this weekend, so hopefully I'm going to catch a break and not get killed the way I've been lately. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Day at a time, that's for sure. All right, my dear friends. I think we'll wrap that up. As you can see, it has not been a lot of fun lately. And we'll just take things day at a time. That's about all we can do. So, until next time, it's your old pal Rob. We shall see you soon. Hope you guys have a great week. And I got a ton of videos coming out, so check them out. This video is brought to you by Miniature Market. Thousands of board games, miniatures, and paints. Discount prices at miniaturemarket.com.